Hello and welcome to the storytelling space where every tale brings a life lesson. Today, I bring you a powerful and thought-provoking story, The Tiger and the Wise Man. Long ago, in a quiet and remote corner of the world, where the trees stretched so tall they seemed to touch the sky and the rivers sang with the voice of fresh water, there lived an old wise man in a small hut made of bamboo and dried leaves. No one knew his real name. Everyone simply called him the Wise Man, for he knew the secrets of nature, the essence of the human soul, and he spoke with animals as if they were old companions. The wise man owned little, just a staff, a wooden bowl, a few handwritten books, and a small oil lamp. He lived in perfect harmony with the forest and its creatures. Birds woke him with their songs at dawn, monkeys brought him fruit from the trees, and deer drank calmly beside his well. But not all creatures were peaceful. Deep in the jungle lived a great and fearsome tiger, striped like shadows and fire, with golden eyes that glowed like a full moon. The tiger was feared by all. His roar could be heard for miles, and his presence silenced birds and stirred dread in the trees themselves. One humid, sun-drenched afternoon, the wise man was walking through the forest, gathering medicinal herbs. He carried his staff in one hand and a woven basket in the other. Suddenly, a sharp sound broke the quiet. A branch snapped behind the bushes. He stopped. The air grew still. Something was watching him. "Who's there?" he asked calmly. From the underbrush emerged the tiger, its massive form moving silently. Its mouth was slightly open, revealing gleaming ivory fangs, and its eyes glowed with hunger. "Old man," said the tiger, his voice deep and rough, "I haven't eaten in days. I am starving, and you are slow, unarmed, and alone. I could kill you in an instant." The wise man didn't flinch. His eyes, filled with peace and wisdom, looked at the tiger without fear. "I do not run," he said, "because I am not afraid. I know you will do what your nature dictates. But I also know that within you there is more than hunger. There is thought. There is choice." The tiger frowned. "Choice? Do I look like I have a choice? I'm a tiger. Tigers hunt. Tigers kill. Tigers don't sit around and debate philosophy." The wise man smiled softly. "Then perhaps that is what you must learn, to choose. To rise above your nature." The tiger stepped closer, puzzled and irritated. Never had prey spoken to him like this. Never had he hesitated. "And what do you propose, old man?" the tiger growled. "That I spare you just because you talk well? I offer you something greater," said the wise man, settling down on a nearby rock. "If you can listen to me for 3 days, without attacking, without giving in to your hunger or anger, I will teach you the secrets of a soul. I will help you understand who you really are. After 3 days, if you still choose to eat me, I will not resist." The tiger let out a rumbling laugh that shook the leaves. 3 days? What would stop me from eating you right now?" "Only you," the wise man answered gently, closing his eyes. The tiger sat down at a distance, intrigued. Something inside him, curiosity, pride, or perhaps something deeper, kept him from attacking. The first day was the hardest. The tiger's stomach growled like thunder. Every movement of the wise man seemed like a temptation. Yet the wise man remained calm and spoke gently. "Hunger does not live only in the belly," he said. "It lives in the mind. There is hunger for power, for attention, for love. But you are not your hunger. You are the one who observes it." The tiger snorted. "Easy for you to say. You're not starving." "Not for food," said the wise man, "but for understanding. For peace." The tiger said nothing. By the end of the day, he was exhausted and frustrated, but he had not attacked. The second morning, the tiger was irritable. Everything annoyed him, the buzzing flies, the noisy birds, even the wise man's calm voice. "Today we speak of anger," said the wise man. "Anger comes when our desires are blocked. You are angry because you cannot eat me. But anger is a fire that burns first the one who carries it." "Enough riddles!" roared the tiger. "You speak like the wind, light, pointless, and impossible to hold." "Then try holding your anger," said the wise man. "Watch it. Don't be it." The tiger paced back and forth, growling under his breath. But that night he did not sleep. Instead, he thought. And that was something new. By the 3rd day, something had changed. The tiger no longer growled. He no longer paced. He sat calmly, watching the wise man with quiet intensity. I don't feel the hunger the same way, he said at last. You've learned to live with it, said the wise man. Now we speak of reflection. Look at yourself in the water. What do you see? They walked to a nearby lake. The surface was smooth as glass. The tiger gazed at his own reflection. I see a tiger. Look closer, said the wise man. The tiger stared. For the first time in his life, he didn't see only a predator. He saw eyes that held memory. He saw a face shaped by choices. He saw himself. You are more than fangs and claws, the wise man said. You can destroy, but you can also protect. You can kill, but you can also choose to spare. That power is yours. The tiger lowered his head. Silence hung between them. The 3 days are over, said the wise man. You have fulfilled your part. Now you may decide. The tiger walked slowly toward him. He sniffed the wise man's robe. His breath was deep and calm. The old hunger still lingered in his body, but not in his heart. I will not eat you, the tiger said softly. Not because I can't, but because I no longer need to. I have discovered something more filling than flesh. The wise man smiled. You have discovered your soul. From that day on, the tiger was never quite the same. He did not become tame, nor did he stop hunting altogether. He remained a tiger, but he hunted only when needed, never for sport, never with cruelty. Sometimes he returned to the wise man's hut and sat nearby, just listening. The jungle learned that even the fiercest beast can change if it learns to know itself. Moral: true strength is not in conquering others, but in conquering yourself. We often believe we are bound by our instincts, our past, or our nature. But we always have a choice. In the darkest moments, we can pause, observe, and decide. Wisdom does not overpower by force, but by showing us who we truly are and who we can become. Thank you for joining me for this story. The tiger and the wise man reminds us that true strength lies not in conquering others, but in mastering ourselves. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Until the next tale,